Good morning. Uh, Today we are going to see about a few things in the workshop in the unit of electrical installation. As you can see on the slides, my name is Eric Zioka. I'll be taking you electrical installation. So our first thing is to know the objective or what we are going to achieve during the lesson. So before we enter the lesson, you as a learner, you should know the following: how to observe safety measures in a workshop. You should be in a position to recognize and explain potential hazards in a workshop. You should also know the causes of accident in a workshop. Identify proper clothing that you should wear in a workshop. And the last thing, you should know the causes of shock and fire in an electrical workshop. So we are going to define some terms. The first term we are going to define is safety. The other term is workshop safety. So safety is a state in which hazard and condition leading to physical or psychological or material harm are controlled in order to preserve the health and well-being of an individual. Workshop safety refers to the condition of the environment of work of an employee or the person who is working in a workshop. So these conditions help one to eliminate injuries, risk, and hazards. Safety measures in a workshop. Some of these safety measures, most of us know them, but we don't apply them. Like the first one, you should wear appropriate personal protective clothing. They are known as PPEs. You can find someone is in the workshop but is not wearing these PPEs. The example of PPEs include gloves, eye protection, or face protections, where we have goggles. In that category, we also have face shields. We should also wear protective devices for our ears that are like earmuffs. We should also wear some things like dust coats or aprons. Aprons helps protect our inner clothing. Footwear like the gumboots or the industrial boots are very necessary while you are in workshop. Head protection. You can wear helmet to protect your hand from injuries. Then the last one, we have eye safety equipment, like safety belts. Those are very important when you are at heights. You should maintain secure footing and balance at all times. Like when you are in a ladder, make sure the ladder is firm and is secured. You can use a rope or a wire to tie the wire in the ladder to make sure it's secured. The other one is turning the switch off immediately if the power tools stall or jam. For example, let's say you are working on a machine and the machine jam. The first thing you should do is to turn off the machine and switch off the power supply. Do not play in a workshop. Keep your workshop clean. No drugs, no alcohol in a workshop. avoid unnecessary distractions. So when you're in a workshop, you should make sure you follow those steps and make sure you are safe. The other thing is workshop hazards and how you can avoid them. These are situations where you find they can cause accidents. Like the first point is better housekeeping. This is the arrangement of the workshop. Make sure there is no obstruction. This ensures you don't block your ways in case of fire. Fire exits should be clear. You use the correct labeling. This most happens in workshops where we have chemicals. This chemical when you label, you reduce the hazard of chemicals in unmarked containers. Protect yourself from machineries. When working on machineries, follow instruction and remember to turn off all machine after use. You must also ensure that any machine is suitably turned off or isolated before attempting to clean it or adjusting the machine. The other thing, you should wear the correct PPE. We have seen PPEs before, so you should wear the correct PPE while doing a certain job. Report any problems. You should report any problem, this including equipment defects, missing or broken guards and screens, or housekeeping procedures. This should be reported to the person who is responsible to ensure they are handled early before they cause an accident. Following the findings of the risk assessment. For example, if a fire occurs, you should follow and know why it occurs. Any task that requires lone working or working in convenient space. So when you are in a workshop, you should be in a position to identify those risks so that you can avoid being hurted as a person or hurt your partner. The other thing we are going to look is causes of electrical shock. Almost everyone knows these causes. And what is an electrical shock? Some people call it electrocution. An electrical shock happens if any part of your body meets a live conductor or electricity. It happens in a way that current flows through the tissues, which cause an electrical shock. What are some of these causes? Sorry for that. Some of these causes faulty appliances, damage, cords or extension leads, electrical appliance in contact with water, incorrect damage, sorry, or deteriorate household wiring. Downloaded power lines, lighting and striking. Then we'll look at causes of electrical fires or fires in electrical workshop. I request with this, let me see who will help me in reading that slide. Zakaria, are you there? Unmute yourself and read it for me, that slide.
Which is right?
Causes of fire in electrical workshop.
40 sockets outlets. Light fire fixtures and fittings.
Yes.
Portable heaters. Extension links. Outdated wiring. Owned or faulty appliances.
Thank you. Those are the causes that may lead to cause fire in an electrical shop or electrical workshop. For example, the first one is 40 sockets. You know what that means. Lighting and features in that you should not exceed the recommended amount of lighting. Portable heaters, you should not carry heaters only. External leads. External leads should accommodate just a certain number of plugs. So when using extension, just use the required amount. So after the end question, so in our lesson, we have seen causes of fires in the electrical workshop. We have also seen a safety measure that one should take. And we have also seen what can cause accident in a workshop. So I want to give you an assignment before we meet in the next lesson that we'll be looking at first aid. So what we are going to do, list down first aid steps for electric shock or for a person who has been electrocuted. Thank you. Have a nice time. Then we meet next time.